be nice to have that, like a final with 3 different countries would be really nice. And yeah, I'm super eager to play against Cobras because they talked quite highly of themselves in their podcast, and I believe them with that training amount. So yeah, you talk the talk, so now it's time to walk the walk. So.
Exactly. But I was preparing my team against Cobra, so I said like, anything you do not underestimate this team. Even when you know nothing about them, do not underestimate this team. That was my lesson, and that's what we are definitely not gonna do. One of the biggest threats winning us.
Yeah, just answer to chat. The team in number 7, I don't know, we don't get this picture zoomed out, but the 7th position, we placed Stockholm from Sweden in number 7.
Okay.
And yeah, as Moomin said, 8-4, that's slower than we usually play. We play 6-3 or 7-4 here in the Nordics.
And then, number 3, Legacy. You can comment. I can listen.
Yeah. Well, my viewpoint is that you have a lot of volatility in your game still. A newer team, but the basic 4, Kotatsu, Teemu, R, and Benekol, has played, as long as I remember, they have played together. And I think they were always a contender for finals. Sometimes they made it to the finals, sometimes they didn't, but they were always contending for a final spot.
I agree.
In any tournament they went. They played better elim than main event often, but I really think it was solid 4. And now they added Xylitol, you and a Mystery, who is a really skilled player from Oulu up north where the sun never shines. But
except the summer, it's always shine.
Yeah, then it never sets. But yeah, this is you played well in Finnish nationals. In Swedish nationals, you came. I don't remember.
Well, we didn't play super well. We didn't play poorly, but we
yeah,
didn't play super well.
Yeah, so I really think you're learning as a team. But the question is, are you learning fast enough? That's gonna be the question also. Are you gonna learn enough to get the team play and everyone to the top level to make it to the finals? Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Of course, I know all of you, we have played against you many times, so I think this is a good team. Like, you made a good team to yourself and contender team.
Yeah, I also agree with you. I think you analyzed it pretty smartly. So on the day 1, we are probably not yet a finalist team. So the question is that what kind of capabilities we have to learn the arena, and if we find a good couple of tactics that we can perform well, then it's really hard to beat us. But yeah, it can be that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, we'll see. But as I said, like a lot of these teams are going to be a coin flip, like what position they have, and a lot of it is going to come to the mental strength of the individual player, because some teams, well, maybe not that much anymore, but especially the old 4 Legacy used to have problems with the mental strength in the final games. They used to play super well, even win the group stages, but then it was either the physical or the mental strength that lacked in the latter parts of the tournament, and they could go from first from the group tournament to 4th, like straight down, and not make the finals. But now they have played hard tournaments. You are there with like new tactics, a new kind of leadership. So yeah, legit possibility to make to the finals for sure.
Then talking about the mental side of the game, Identity Crisis, which for me, the history I have against them is that I feel they have a bigger capacity than I've been witnessing. I've been like feeling that if all of them play their 100%, that's a super strong team. But how I have been feeling that now they feel like they are really committed to these worlds, and I know they are gonna perform well. But in the US or in smaller tournaments, I've been feeling like they've been only half motivated to play those tournaments. I don't know whether that's a good analysis, but I know that on their best day, when they are really focused, they are really hard to beat.
Yeah, and well, I played against them in Sherman Oaks last year, and yeah, they're a good bunch of guys and a solid team, and they in Sherman Oaks they could surprise like a lot of individual games. I didn't see maybe the consistency, and they did not make it to the finals. I think they just got out of finals like fourth or fifth or something. But a really strong team, as you said, and they're taking Legends place as number one US team, and it's gonna be fun to play against them in Europe on a neutral arena, and yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do, because if they bring their A game, as you said, they can win, or if they lack motivation, they may drop down to, you know, fifth or sixth or something, I guess. So what are they saying? They say that they played like ass in nuts. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You hate the arena. I don't know if anyone except Legends like the arena in Sherman Oaks, but that can be another discussion. I'm just looking at the chat.
Okay.
So yeah, neutral arena all the way.
Exactly. And what I respect about this team is that they are strong brawlers, but they don't try to like use that as a primary way to solve the arena situations. They still play walls, they position well as a team, they scout in game what the other teams do, they fall back to 5-man D if they need to, they attack if they need to, so they have this inbuilt flexibility and analysis what is going on. And but if you go to them one-on-one, you better be prepared, because all of those players can challenge, put some hard times to you.
Yeah, and one thing that I think should not be forgotten is that they're so experienced as a team. Like they've been playing so long together, and in this, when I look at the top 7, super strong teams, but all of the teams have some new members, or most of the teams have some new members, or a little twitch to their lineup. So having the advantage of being playing with your complete lineup for a long time might just give you the extra advantage in this tournament, I think.
And players like, I think, Zero and I think Ross, aka Game Master OG, I think they are like super veterans of the gameplay. I think they've been here like over 20 years of playing competitively. So yeah. Maybe moving on to the final team, GP. Maybe I can have a word in here. Well, what could I say? I try to say something that not all the players know. Kutamo and Yor, they used to play a couple of years in same teams as me, and we played the Gathering together. And I see like for example Kutamo being more all-round player than Yor. Yor is super skilled in what Milky said. Some sort of wall situations, good reach, the kind of dominant player who gets a lot of attention. But he also has some certain types of situations or team play abilities that he doesn't have. And not all the players know that, or not all the players are focusing on that, because his strengths are gaining so much of focus. But as Milky said, potentially the best current player that we have. Well, you and Dexter, I think I see you two a bit different from Milky and Niku. So both of you, like Dexter, the previous leader, you the current. and you are kind of the sneaky players, like not trying to gain the focus, but trying to capitalize to, same as Jukke, finding out the position that supports the team and making the others strong, filling the gaps. That's how I see you guys. And Milky and Niku, more like movement, height, what would I say, aggression. They approach you aggressively, try to get you scared, try to get you on your toes and utilize that and push to you. So a good combination and everything. And Maisie, probably the most reliable last line of defense that any team can had. Taking bases is one of my strengths, and me and Maisie have a long love and hate relationship from playing against each other. I pay a lot of respect when he's defending, and it always pushes me to bring all my abilities to the gameplay, because he usually has some of your players with him, and he with anyone else is a strong duo, like super hard to take the base.
I'm gonna answer Moomin here. Are 7 players a weakness or strength? That is a good question, and my intuition is to say that it is a weakness. Like a rule of thumb is that if you have 7 players, I think it is a little bit of a weakness. However, we are kind of forced to that situation also now due to injuries and not complete 100% guys, and that's something we have been working and thinking about a lot, how to make the rotation. Because why it is a weakness, in my view, is that you get so much rotation from game to game that you have to be adapting all the time. You don't have the same players around you, and especially when 2 guys are changing, everything is new. Almost in every game, everything is new. And okay, here at Worlds we have 18 games to learn that, so it's more than a usual competition of one evening or 2 evenings. So I think it's not such a big weakness here as it would be in a Finnish nationals or Swedish nationals. And we actually had the case this year in Finnish nationals when a Swedish player was injured, and they wanted one extra substitute, and there I also spoke that yes, they can take it because it's more a weakness than a strength.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I see it.
Maybe my final comment about GP is that if I would pick some team that has potential for winning all the events, it's you guys. So the stability of you accessing the finals is super, and the stability of you winning consistently throughout the events is completely on your own level. So words that many of the players know, but I think it's fair to say it aloud, because that's still the truth. I still hope that we see some variety. I think it's a bit boring if that happens in Worlds, so I kind of hope that doesn't happen, and I believe it's not gonna happen. It's so hard competition, but you have a fair chance for that still, and I'm gonna admit that.
Yeah, and of course we know that we come in as maybe the highest ranked team, in at least in the main event, and we're for many people the team to beat, especially after our win over Legends at their home side in Sherman Oaks last year.
Yeah.
And that was already with Kotaman Yor. So even if they are, like, in our view, a new addition to our team,
Yeah.
we have already played one really hard competition and some smaller competitions. So
The proof of concept has been passed.
yeah, but it is still, like, we haven't played with seven guys in a tournament, and that's going to be something how we're going to make the tactics work from game to game. So I see that the first round, I actually feel like Cobras might win the first round of group stage. That's my belief.